So I've never actually spent the night in a hammock before, and I thought tonight would be the perfect time, or possibly the worst time, to try it out for the first time ever, to find out if it's something I'm going to enjoy or something I'm going to absolutely hate. I've watched loads of videos where people make this look absolutely effortless, but I have no idea how I'm going to get on, whether I'm going to sleep well, whether I've picked the right spot. So I think I'm going to settle for these two trees here, or whether I'm going to survive the night at all. So this isn't a tutorial from an expert. This is my very first time hammock camping, and I'm bringing you guys along for the whole experience. From the setup, to the mistakes, to the food, to see how I get through the night. And by the morning, we'll be able to answer one thing. Is hammock camping something I'm genuinely going to want to do again? Or am I going to wish that I brought the tent? Let's see how I get on. I bought this online approximately 12 to 18 months ago, and as you can see, I haven't even taken it out of the packaging yet. Instead, I've waited until I'm in the middle of the woods to find out, well, to find out whether I've made a huge mistake or not. I do realise I probably mention this in every video in the woods, but I cannot believe how quickly things grow here. I've had to bushwhack my way in here again. Things have grown like 2 or 3 foot from the last time I was here 2 to 3 weeks ago. I have had a heat wave recently. It's a wee bit cooler today, although still probably about 22 degrees in the woods, which is too hot for me. But try not to complain. It's not often we get it here in Northern Ireland. Right, let's get this open and see what we're dealing with. I honestly can't remember when I bought this. It was a long time ago. I always wanted to do a hammock camp, so I bought myself a hammock from DD Hammocks. I don't think, no, there's no date on the outside. There might be something on the wee bit of paper inside. I can't even tell you what model of hammock I got, or what colour it is even. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be an invoice inside, so I can't tell you exactly when I bought this. But what I can tell you is that I got the colour Coyote Brown, which will blend in nicely with the forest and the woods here. So there it is, DD Hammocks Frontline Hammock in Coyote Brown colour. And I'm quite pleased to discover it comes with a mosquito net, which is one thing I was worried about this time of year. The midges, mosquitoes, all sorts of bugs I'll be looking to get at me. So now I've got to find 2 trees suitable to put this up. So we'll have 2 options as far as I can see. We're going to put it between this tree and this tree, which I'm not sure, it might be a bit too far apart. Or we'll have 2 trees over here. But the problem with these 2 is all these fallen trees just behind it. I don't think we'll be able to get the tarp up over the top of it. And I'm not prepared today to cut all that away. It's too warm. So I think I'm going to settle for these 2 trees here. Right, let's see exactly what we've got in this bag. So we have, what's in here? Oh, looks like mini poles. I do not know what they're for. What else? Some bungee cord and some instructions which will be needed. What else? I assume this is the actual hammock. Yeah. And the tree straps look as if they're connected and all, which is handy. Right, let's get it up. One thing that does concern me slightly with the position of the hammock and the two trees that I've chosen is the ginormous fallen tree that's looming just above me. But as you can see, it isn't directly above the two trees. So if it does fall, it shouldn't hit me, but I might need a new pair of trunks. Well, the first thing I can tell you is that the instructions that come with it are pretty useless. And no instructions at all, just warnings. Do not set up your hammock above hard or sharp surfaces. Avoid sharp items that could come into contact with both hammock and hammock suspension. That's no use to a man like me. Right? Let's go for it. Right, I assume that's one end. I'm going to put it around this tree. Do you know what? I can tell straight away this isn't going to be long enough for these two trees. I don't think. Just do a wee check before I tighten anything. Well, it might be. There's a wee bit more to play with on the other side. So let's go for it. So a lot of hammocks I've seen come with like tree hugger straps that sort of wrap around and go into themselves and use a carabiner, but these just seem as if they're going to rely on my knot tying skills, which you've seen before is far from expert. So as a rule, I think what you want to do is tie your straps about head height, which is roughly about there. And then we'll go in with the old tie your shoelace knot. That's a bit high, isn't it? Right, so we finally got it up. Pretty confident that's going to take my weight. But there's only one way to find out. Here goes. Oh, oh. Is it? Let's see. Full weight. Oh. Here. That's dead on, isn't it? Oh. Ah. There you go. Sure you couldn't beat that. Is it a wee bit low to the ground? No. I think a badger will pass under there, no problem. No, I'm happy with that. Now let's get the rest of it set up. So these poles, I assume, are for the mosquito net. To lift it up off your face. They should go in here somewhere. Yeah, in here. Oh, how do you get it in? Don't usually have this problem. How on earth do you get... Ah. Is that it? Nah. What's going on here? Why isn't that opening? Ah, right. Okay. I finally found the hole. You put a wee pole in. It's just that wee hole there. Sure, you would never see that. But it should just go in there, yeah, and feed through. And then to hold it in place, put it right in. And there you go. Okay, now for the bungee cord. This should be used to lift the mosquito net up off my face. Let's see how we get this attached. Okay, so I'm assuming these wee black loops is where they go. Just feed them through here. Don't make it easy. So I assume these go through here and out round the tree. That's one side done, and that's the other side done. So that's the hammock up, the mosquito net up. Now we need to get the tarp up. So, how cool does this look? I cannot wait to get into it. In fact, I'm going to get into it right now. Try it out. So this is us on the inside. Loads of room here, and it's really comfy. I did expect it to be comfortable, but I didn't expect there to be so much room. And the mosquito net is brilliant. Just keeps all the little critters off you during the night. And the curious deer, should they come about. But now I'm pretty impressed with this. See, up here above me, I have a light, have a hook you can sort of hang your wee lantern on. We have, see, 2 pockets down the end on either side, and I assume there's 2, yeah, 2 just behind me here as well. So plenty of little storage space. Now I'm impressed with this. So the forecast doesn't give any rain at all tonight, but I'm going to play it safe and put the tarp up anyway, just in case there would be a wee drizzle overnight or some mist would come in, just to keep me dry. Also, any debris falling from the trees above, little twigs, branches, that sort of thing, that should protect me from that as well. So let's get that done. And if you're enjoying these videos, why don't you hit the subscribe button? There's plenty more in the wee playlist from this bushcraft camp, and there's plenty more to come. So the tarp I have is a Unigear tarp, and it's 3x3, and it is also in the coyote brown colour, so it matches in well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is run a wee ridge line from tree to tree using this paracord and throw the tarp over the top of that. You know what? I don't think I'm going to use the tarp tonight at all. I don't like how it closes me in there, and I want to be able to get the full experience, be able to look up, see the sky tonight, hopefully see some stars. So I'm going to take this off. I hope I don't live to regret that decision, but I've kept the ridgeline up, so if the rain does come on in the middle of the night or at any point, I can just throw the tarp over it, peg it out, and that'll keep me dry. So it shouldn't take me too long to do that if needs be. So now that's the hammock setup. Time for step 2. And if you watch the legend that is Steve Wallace, you'll know exactly what step 2 is. Cheers. So today, well actually tonight, is the World Cup final, and I'm going to try my best to watch it here in the woods. Now obviously Northern Ireland didn't qualify, so I have no allegiance to any other country, any other team in it. But overall I think it's been a fantastic World Cup, really entertaining, been some great matches. And tonight we have Argentina versus Spain in the final, and if you were to push me, I will probably go for Argentina to win it. Because in my opinion, Lionel Messi is the greatest ever player to play the game. And this would be his last World Cup. And I'd just love to see him lift it one last time. So that's my prediction. Argentina, World Cup champions, 2026. If you want to see how I made this chair, check out my last video. I think you'll enjoy it. Okay, so the sun is starting to go down behind the trees now, and I'm actually getting quite hungry. So what I'm going to do next is get some wood cut, get the fire going, and then I'll get my bedding set up just while I'm waiting on the flames to die down to coals so I can get cooking on it. So the good thing about this hammock is it has a wee section underneath that you can put your sleep mat. It's just velcroed together, and then you just slip your mat inside there. Do up the velcro again. And that's you, all ready to go. This is my 4-season sleeping bag, which is probably a bit overkill for the summer nights, but as it's my first time camping in a hammock, I would rather be too warm and be able to unzip it to cool myself down than to be too cold and have no option to warm myself up. I use this pillow. It's from Decathlon. It's memory foam. It takes up a bit more space in your backpack than the inflatable ones, but it's far more comfortable. I just could not get along with the inflatable ones at all. Just didn't find them comfortable, and it affected my night's sleep. And this is a game changer. So comfortable. And if it's not thick enough for you, there's a wee zip here, which you can open up and stuff some clothing in, your down jacket, down trousers, whatever, just to give you a bit more height if that's what you need. So that's me, bed all set up for the night. Now to get this food on the go. Really looking forward to this. So there you have it. Chicken Caesar salad on toasted bread. Looks good. Oh, look at that. Jam-packed. Oh my, that's delicious. That sauce to die for. And the warm chicken, the warm bread. Oh, just lovely. So I've just got my iPad with me. I'm going to connect it to my mobile hotspot on the phone and I should be able to watch the match. Thankfully we've got signal here.
Referee lets play go on. Goes on with Pedri and Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo! It's spilled by Emi Martinez. He got behind it. That bit was done. But more to do because Spain have a corner.
So it's just half time there. It's 0-0. So while the half-time show's on, I'm not having any part of that at all. I'm going to get the camp ready for when it gets dark.
Protected the ball well, didn't he? But he knew what he's doing again, drawing the foul in.
Fully deserved it, and that's great as well to see the Argentine players throughout their clapping the fans and obviously showing their appreciation at the end, eventually to the Spanish players.
But the emotion etched all over Messi's face. What does it tell you?
And Spain have won it, probably deservedly so. They controlled the game from start to finish really. They ended up winning 1-0. So my prediction was wrong that the Argies would win it, but well done Spain, worthy winners. Okay guys, so it's just gone midnight and I think I'm going to call it a night, jump into the hammock. It's been a great night in the woods, getting the hammock all set up, getting some nice food, watching the World Cup final. It's been nice and chill. The wind did pick up a wee bit earlier, there's some strange noises, some creaking of trees, which was a bit concerning, but it seems to have died down a bit now. So going to pop into the hammock here and I'll catch up with you when I get in. So this is actually the first time I've been in this since I put the sleep mat in, and it's so comfortable. Honestly, I never thought it'd be so comfortable. Although I have heard people saying that it's pretty awkward for side sleepers, which I do a bit of side sleeping, but I also sleep on my back too. Do some tossing and turning during the night. I'm like a rotisserie chicken, to be honest. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of sleep I get, and if that affects me in any way. But no, I'm well, happy with this. This is the life. Look up, it's a lovely clear night. You can see the stars. They won't show up on the camera, but you just have to believe me on this one. Yeah, just hanging out in the woods. Never thought I'd be able to do this. It's something I've wanted to do for a long time. Like I said at the start of the video, I must have bought this hammock 12, 18 months ago, and only getting around to doing it now. So big deal for me, to be honest. You know, you're just lying in the middle of the woods, hanging between two trees, with the tent. You feel a bit more protection and a bit more secure because you can't see out, but also people can't see in. Not that I'm expecting people to walk by here, but just gives you that wee sense of security that you've got that tent around you, whereas in the hammock, especially with no tarp over me, you don't have that. But hopefully nothing strange or startling happens in the night and I'm not visited by any wildlife or worse. But no, this is good. Oh, it's actually a really peaceful night in the woods now after a wee bit of wind earlier. This is the life, huh? Right, everyone. Time to try and get some sleep. All being well, I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Morning. So, as you can probably tell, I didn't get a great night's sleep. But let me get some coffee on and I'll tell you all about it. Nothing beats that first sip of coffee in the mornings, does it? So, how did I sleep? In short, not very well. Nothing to do with comfort of the hammock or the sleeping setup. That was really comfortable actually. Really nice just lying there. It was more to do with, I think once I turned out all the lights and got into my sleeping bag, the noises of the woods, the forest, I think just kept me awake. I think I was a wee bit on high alert. You could hear creaking of trees, I hear scurrying around, I hear birds. I heard an owl at one point, which was brilliant to hear. But that, along with, I think, just I was out in the open. I didn't put the tarp up last night, so I could see all around me. The sky and the stars were unbelievable, by the way. Just to be able to sleep under those for the first time, you just opened your eyes and you could see the stars above you. It's fantastic. But it was very warm as well, which probably was a factor. I ended up having to sleep outside my sleeping bag. But that, along with being my first time hammock camping, I think, now well, next time hopefully it won't be so bad. I got to sleep about, well, it was after 3 AM, but I slept right through to 8 o'clock this morning when my alarm went off. So, not the worst sleep, but it took me so long to get over. I thought I was never going to get to sleep. But as I said, being the first time, hopefully next time I'll get used to it and I'll get to sleep a lot quicker and hopefully have a better night's sleep. Coffee does have its downsides. BLT sandwich and a cup of Rosie Lee. Look at that. Beautiful. So after an uncomfortable start and taking so long to get to sleep, I have to say my first night hammock camping has been a success. I wasn't sure what to expect coming into this, but would I do it again? Absolutely. I don't think hammock camping is going to replace tent camping for me completely, but both have their place, and there are definitely situations where I'd prefer to take a tent. But when conditions are right, I can definitely see myself choosing the hammock. There's just something about being suspended above the ground, surrounded by trees and nature, that makes the whole experience feel that little bit better. So I'm putting my first ever hammock camp down as a success. One thing about the hammock camping is where you would store all your stuff overnight. Now if you have a tarp, of course, you can put stuff under there, but if it was raining and the ground was wet, well, that could be a problem, all your stuff getting wet. Luckily here, I have this bushcraft shelter to store all my stuff in. But yeah, something to think about if you're buying a hammock and tarp setup. Well, that's me all packed up and ready for home. I'm always sad when I have to leave the woods. But I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, why don't you hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with all future videos. Plus, it really helps the channel. We're approaching 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing for me. And on that note, my next video, I'll be taking 3 non-wild campers wild camping to a remote island. What could go wrong? So make sure you don't miss out on that one. But for now, thanks for watching. Take care.